Hi everyone, and welcome to episode, I want to say 61? Yes, 61 of the Yarnivore podcast. I'm Sadie, I'm your hostess. And, my name is, I can be found on Ravelry as Blue Ruin, on Twitter and Instagram as Sadie Ruin, and you can contact me pretty much anywhere as far as those places go. I do want to apologize. There was no podcast last week, as some of you may know, our oldest kitty left us. Petrie is now with her sister Beetle, and so we needed some time. And thank you to everybody who's sent me messages and hugs, and thank you for the patterns, and just thank you for giving me some time to regroup. I needed that. And there's Frank. We're down to 2. But let us not waver on a sad note, shall we? Let's jump right on in. I have 3 works in progress that have actually seen some work. I also had another round of the head cold, so it's been like, it's been. So in my Frida bag, I have my March pair of Desert Vista Dyeworks stripy socks, because I'm doing the 3rd annual Desert Vista Dyeworks stripy socks knit-along, or sock knit-along, or you know what I'm talking about. I picked the Crow colorway. Ultimately, I am going to reread the graphic novel whilst I knit this, because that's my thing right now. But it felt apt right after Petrie passed, because it can't rain all the time. This is a 3-stripe. It's on the Viso base, which is the 75-25 Superwash Merino Nylon blend. I'm using US 1 2.25 millimeter needles, as I do with all my stripy socks almost. I have the first sock done with the Afterthought heel put in. I have approximately 7 inches, I would say, yeah, at least 7 inches of leg and ribbing. I did 4 color repeats of ribbing. Usually I do 3, but I decided to do 4 this time. I wanted a little extra stretch. The first one is done. It's ready to go for its heel. The second one is just past the ribbing. I finished the ribbing and I started the color. And I just got that far yesterday, I believe, is when I got that far. So, yay, that's going gangbusters. That's kind of been my knitting focus, just because I want to get it done so I can continue onward, because apparently I've got a competitive streak I didn't know about, and I need to win. I'm knocking everything over, I apologize. So there's that. It's been my main thing. Also, getting some work this week. And actually quite a bit of work in my Pam bag. Is my boomerang, which is, of course, a Dramatic Knits pattern. So a pattern by Steve of Leading Men Fiber Arts and Dramatic Knits podcast. And so if I hold it up here, I'm using a US 4. And I actually went out and bought another US 4 so I could start the other shawl I was talking about, the Good Vibes. Jessie Marie asked, and it's the Good Vibes shawl that I'm going to do. I caked everything up. I put it all in a project bag. I got I have the pattern printed and everything. I was ready to go, and then I got a head cold, and I was like, no. And quite frankly, I haven't been able to focus on anything aside from stockinette, really. So let's just be grateful there's progress on anything. So here is my little doodah. So that's how far I've gotten, which is actually quite a fair bit. I will now move my doodah up. Doodah day. This is the Boomerang shawl, which is a free pattern. It's a recipe. You just go to Dramatic Knits, go to his patterns, or not his patterns, go to his projects and click on any of the boomerangs and it will tell you how they're done. This one is the garter, and there's also the stockinette version. I'm doing it out of this, which is, there we go, that's true color. This is the Ophelia colorway on the giant base by Knitter's Nightmare. It's 100% superwash merino, so it'll be super soft. and it swirls. I really like the swirl. I really like the swirl. Take that as you will. So it's fun, it's happy, it's bright. I need that right now. And yeah, I'm just gonna go to town. Gonna go to town until there's nothing left and then bind off, because I'm pretty sure that's what you do with it. I'm pretty sure. And I love Steve. So there's that. That got a fair bit of work, like I said, just because stockinette. Garter? Garter, stockinette. Whatever. Knitting on both sides. Garter. Garter. It's my third cup of coffee. Do you believe that? Garter. Okay. And in my other Pam bag, because apparently I'm in a Pam mood, I'm channeling the Pam because she's also going through a rough time. So let's go through a rough time in unison, shall we? I pulled these guys out, and just because I love this needle koozie, whatever, from Tracy with David Bowie. It makes me happy, and we all need things that make us happy. These are for the husband. They are Opal Shuffput 7 in the Silvspredistal colorway, or maybe not. There's some information for you. There's a whole. It's this adorable. It's one of their sheepy ones. There you go. So super easy. I know I'll have a ton left over, even if I do a longer foot for him. I need to finish his Pokemon socks, but meh. I have to figure out stripes and crap, and I don't want to. I'm using 2.5 millimeter needles, which is not what I usually use. Usually I use a 2.25 millimeter needle, but because I'm doing 64 stitches, for him I have to go up. So 2.5 millimeter needle, which I believe is a US 2. Don't quote me. I'm actually using 4 DPNs. They're the Caspians. I'm having a decent amount of fun with this, actually, and here's how it is striping up on its own. Again, totally, it's what I need right now. It's what I need, because I'm rolling with it. Aside from Desert Vista, I'm giving myself absolutely no requirements in my life right now. And the other thing that really has been happening out of nowhere, and maybe it's a good thing, maybe I need it right now, is that I've been spinning. Oh, have I been spinning? I'm pretty sure I showed this to you before I applied it. It's still wet, because it is, I just set the twist, and there's a lot of it. So, let's see if I can just loosely put it in a thing. Yeah, I know, that's just so attractive. See if I can put it in a loose hank, just to show it off to you. There's really no way to do this delicately. So here we have it. This is 8 ounces. This is Lorna's Laces, 4 spinners, 100% combed wool top. I thought it was 8. It's approximately 10 ounces in the Amish colorway. I got 1,100 yards out of it. I would say it's, for the most part, cross between Sport and DK-ish. Back here. Now, I did use the Maggie Cassidy blend, the class I took at SSK. I used that to spin this so that the colors weren't as stark, because in the actual bump the colors were very contrasty, but here they kind of blend, and I really like that. So there's that one. Just gonna hang it over the back of the chair I'm using, because that's how I do. And then this one, let's see. This one you haven't even seen any of it, because I spun it and I applied it all betwixt recordings. And again, this one's still a little damp, so I don't know that it's gonna want to be shown as easily as it could, but whatever. We work with how we work with it. So there's this, and this is a true 3-ply that I did long draw because I wanted to see if I could get it to go poofy and big. I usually inchworm the crap out of everything, so doing this long draw 3-ply was really hard on me, but I really like the results, so I'm going to do another one. This was 8 ounces of Falkland from Spunky Eclectic in the Confused colorway, which works for me because I'm confused. And I have 8 ounces that I got at the last Shepherd's Harvest I was at when I was in Minnesota that I'm doing, and they're 2 colorways that are kind of close to each other from the same dyer. So I split those up, and I'm going to do another true 3-ply, probably long draw, because I really enjoyed doing this one, and I like the aesthetic of what I got out of it. I had hoped I would get closer to, like in some places it's probably even a bulky. I wanted a solid worsted, but I think I got more of a solid DK. And I'm fine with that because it's pretty. It's pretty, and that's all I really care about. So this is 396 yards, and yeah. Put that on the other side of the chair. Now, I was out and about with the husband, who is home for but a minute here, so let's not lose ourselves here. And I wanted a 4mm needle, so we went to a yarn store in Silverdale, which is odd because it's only open during the day and it's not open on weekends. Whatever. I'd never been in it. I went in it. They had Knitter's Pride that were cheap, 4mm. That's what I needed. But then I saw yarn, and I can't leave without getting yarn, right? So I got, this is the first time I've gotten this. This is the West Yorkshire Spinner's Signature 4-ply. It's 75% wool, 25% nylon. Contains 35% BFL. And ideal for socks. It does not say superwash, so I'm assuming I have to take extra care of these, but I love the colors and I thought they pattern, and quite frankly, it's been really gray here, so I want like really foofy stuff. Happiness. These are not my colors, but they had a pair knit up in, I believe, either the Hermione's Everyday or like one of those, the Honey Badger, one of the popular free patterns, and I really liked that colorway, but they didn't have any more, and it was like, okay, it was $10 for the scanny yarn, so I was picking it up. And it's Wendy Rome Fusion 4-ply. Great for socks, 75% superwash wool. It's from West Yorkshire. It says 75% superwash wool. It doesn't tell me what the other 25% is. I'm going to, oh, here we go, nylon. But it looks almost hand spun, which is crazy. It's 3-ply and it looks hand spun, and it's gonna marl so great when you knit it. So I'm super excited about that. I'm super excited about knitting it. What I probably will do is, yeah, it says on a 3¼ US 3 for needle size. No, I'm gonna be using 2.25s, and I'm gonna make sure I get like hardcore iron sock going on. Approximately 370 meters, 404 yards. This was in the sock section, so 36 rows to 10 centimeters, 28 stitches on 3¼ so this will work perfectly for a 64 stitch sock. I could probably also do like 54 on a 2.5 or 50, what is it, 58? Now I'm just talking out my butt. Y'all should know. Y'all should know that. But I did get a set of DPNs from Knit Picks, like the 0 to 3, so I could use like 2.75 or whatever and it'd still be okay. Now, that is literally all the knitting and purchasing I've done. We did do taxes because taxes have to get done, and so there will probably be some haul coming up. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm probably gonna spend some money. Just saying. So, the last thing we have to do here is that the Stripey Sock Knit Along, which I co-hosted with Knitting at Tiffany's, the 2-month long one, the one from January and February where you got 2 entries if you knit specific ones, that ended last week, but I didn't podcast. So random.org, here I come. And I am going to be drawing, the prize is going to be this lovely skein of Le Renard dans la Neige, or The Fox in the Snow, which is very popular on the Tentacle Face base, which is the 80-20-20 Superwash Merino nylon, 80-10-10 Superwash Merino nylon. And it looks somewhat like y'all. It's very pretty. We had 108 entries, and I will start at number 2 because I was the first one. I will generate. Pew! Random number says number 80. So 80. Who are you, number 80? Number 80, please contact me at dirtyjeans@gmail.com or Sadie at Knitter's Nightmare. Either of those work. And of course with your address, etc. And I will get that out to you. And the winner is Elfie Laurie. Elfie Laurie. You are the winner. You and your gorgeous Desert Vista Dye Works socks. What pattern is that? Can I go to them? Morning Fog. It's the Morning Fog pattern by Virginia Sattler Reimer, which is $4.95. It's a really cute pattern. I like it. And it works well with the stripy sock here. Well done. Well done. So shoot me off an email and I will get that out to you in the mail. And that's pretty much everything I've got for today. I hope everyone's had a good couple of weeks. I will be back to recording weekly now that, I think the cold season has finally finished. And I think I am trying to get back to a new normal. So here's to hoping. And have a great week.